Well, hello everybody. Jeff Cowan here from Jeff Cowan's Pro Talk, and I am back with a new edition of my podcast entitled Right Service, Write Your Own Paycheck, the path to making over $100,000 a year when writing service in the automotive industry in the United States of America, Canada, and or Australia. And like I always like to say, just over 20% of you are doing just that, making $100,000 a year or more. But that means that nearly 80% of you are not. So like I always like to say, I think what we should do about that is what you're doing right now. Continue to watch or listen to these podcasts. Listen to them over and over and over again to make sure you got the message. Go to my website, automotiveservicetraining.com, automotiveservicetraining.com, and you will find techniques and articles and blogs and methods and all the stuff that you need to put you on the path to making over $100,000 a year. Well, we're back with today's podcast, and we're going to stick with that series we've been in where I'm taking your questions and the questions you repeatedly ask me, and I'm answering them with videos that I've shot at live events that I've done in the past. And today we've got a really fun question, and that is, what numbers, as a service advisor and or a service shop, what numbers should we be shooting for? And so I'm going to answer that for you in this clip. But before I get into that, I want to let you know that even though this clip comes from an event that I shot over 18 months ago, these numbers are still relatively accurate, okay? The other thing I want to point out is this, is that since the pandemic started, the virus, we've never seen a customer more easy to work with in our entire career than the customer you've got coming on your service drive right now. We've never seen a customer so willing to buy and invest in their vehicle than the customers walking through your door right now. You should be having literally the best years, or at the very least one of the best years you've ever had in fixed operations and in service in particular. So these numbers I'm going to give you here, as a lot of people always say when I do a live event, these numbers seem high to me. It's never been easier to hit the numbers I'm going to talk about in this next video than it is right now today. So let's go and start watching this video. And by the way, if you want to see the full video, this is from another event that I did at the NADA convention. If you want to get a copy of the full video, just go to nada.org, and you can get the video there because they own it. So with that, let's answer the question, what numbers as a service advisor should you be shooting for to consider yourself successful? Here's the answer to that. Take care.
Retail sales. Average dealership out there spends $13,000 a month on this stuff. It's crazy, right? All right, so let's talk about where we're going to get you. First, I need to know where you want to go. Right now, the national average, you take all car dealerships, all their service departments, you put them all together, an average amount when it comes to customer pay, including oil changes, 1.3. Where do you want to be? Anybody? Where do you want to be? 2. Oh, I can definitely get you there. Matter of fact, I'll show you enough stuff today to get you to 2. Let me get my markers pulled apart here. By the way, if you see my hands shaking, don't feel sorry for me. Don't think I'm nervous. I did something really stupid. I stopped off at Starbucks and I didn't get an espresso. I got a double espresso, and that crap's kicking in about right now. And if you wanted to see me run a marathon, I could do it in about 4 minutes. All right, you want to be a 2.0, I can get you there today. That's easy. But where you should be is 2.5. I've yet to step on a service drive anywhere in the United States of America and or Canada. They can't produce 2.5 hours per repair order, including oil changes, and most can do more. Much talked about, much debated number. But it's a number I can tell you that's here to get. It's easy to get. All right, easy to get. Now, some of these numbers I'm going to put up here, you're going to say, but Jeff, our manufacturer says, but Jeff, our vendor says, but Jeff, these multi-million and multi-billion dollar companies say, and so who are you, who's not a multi-million dollar guy and a multi-million dollar guy, to tell us? Well, there's a difference. Not doing an advertisement, but I've spent my career standing on 750 service drives all across the United States of America, working with your customers, writing them up. And as a company, I've been over 3,500. I know what your customer wants. See, I've actually worked these things. These people putting this technology down your throat have never stood on a service drive. And I don't hate them. I'll just be real clear about that. I mean, if a manufacturer walked in here, a major vendor walked in here and said, we want to do business with you, and their check cleared the bank, I'd probably show up as long as they let me set it up the way I know it works. You know what I mean? All right? Effective labor at national average right now, 68%. Where would you like to be? Anybody? Where do you want to be? 90. I like the way you're thinking because I'm going to show you today how to get to 90 to 95%. When it comes to customer retention, 29% is the national average. And let me just talk about 29% before I ask you where you want to be. It's not sustainable. Any one of these hotels on the strip out here only had 29% occupancy rate, they'd be out of business in 6 months. Any of these restaurants you're going to and bars, they only had 29% occupancy rate, they'd be out of business in 3 months. It's not sustainable, but where would you like to be? Anybody, where do you want to go? 80. All right, that's what it says on the sign, because I'm going to show you today, how to get to 80 to 85%. You're going to see that's one of the easiest things to do when it comes to survey scores. You just want to be in the top 5 to 7% with the manufacturer that you represent. All right, so let me show you how to get there. Well, the first